Good evening and welcome to our show. The Chicago Westside branch NAACP welcomes you. As our label states up there, our lives matter, Black Lives Matter. That is our theme for this year's 2016 National Convention. So we figured we would display those words to you. I want to start off. Last week, a caller called in and asked if I had heard of anything of a recall on Governor Ronner, and I was not able to get in touch with our state legislators. They're still in Springfield, as you know, battling over the budget, but I intend to get that question answered really soon. I want to be able to respond. As we stated, we do a lot of research and we try to come up with the information that's needed. We've invited a lot of people to be our guests this evening. Call in with your questions or comments. We are live, interactive. You can call in with your questions or your comments on the topic or a topic of your choice at 312-738-1060. And as you've noticed, CAN TV, we have a new background. We're in new facilities now. We're at 1309 South Wood Street on a CAN TV facility all of its own. If you have friends and associates who would like to call in, be proactive on the show, they can go online to cantv.org and click on the online. And our show is every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. So we welcome you. Your questions or your comments, feel free. This evening's topic, I started off last week talking about economic development and how it's rampant here in Chicago. But for blacks and people of color, we're not benefiting in these areas of not only just the contracts as developers and contractors, but the jobs. And, pretty soon we may not be able to afford to occupy them. So those are big concerns of ours. The city of Chicago has posted a forfeiture process for vacant buildings. And let me explain what the forfeiture process is all about. We will be doing a forum next week, Thursday, right after the show at our local office, and we'll give you more information on that shortly. But let's talk about the forfeiture properties that the city of Chicago is getting ready to allow consumers the opportunity to have access to purchase. So a forfeiture is a legal remedy, and this is pursuant to Section 13-12-145 of the Chicago Municipal Code. This allows the city to file a petition in the Circuit Court of Cook County based on dangerous and hazardous conditions that have been addressed and request that the property be forfeited to an eligible third party. The goal of the forfeiture is the abatement of criminal activity and blight associated with these nuisance buildings and the preservation of viable housing stock whenever possible. So you say to yourself, what does that mean for me? Well, it means that with the city of Chicago offering this opportunity for us, the community, to be able to acquire these properties is a good thing. What we will be doing next Thursday at our office, we're hosting a meeting, and we're inviting all of the contractors, any developers, as well as individuals who may be first or second time purchasers of real estate to come out and let us describe to you this process and see how this process can best fit you in building, acquiring wealth, as we say, in real estate, as well as building assets. Ownership in real estate is possibly one of the most beneficial ways to create wealth. We know this already, but we also know that through the crises of 2007, many families have lost their homes. Many of these homes have been abandoned. The owners have left by the wayside, left the property there, and individuals within the community seek a means to either enter these properties illegally, occupy these properties illegally, destroy these properties by way of damage damage and having a space to do their bad deeds, so to speak. That's what makes them dangerous and hazardous conditions to the city of Chicago. So that we know, many properties on the west side and the south side of Chicago, many communities rather, have fallen prey to many of these gloom and doom properties. So the city is making this commitment, has made a commitment to protect our communities from criminal activity and blight associated with vacant and abandoned buildings. So what the city is doing is that it has a list of properties. I can assure you there's almost 2,000 parcels of land, some with structures existing, possibly many are vacant, and they're in the building courts, which means that they need to be demolished. As it's always stated, some of our good brick and mortar, as well as some of our older frame homes that have been in existence in excess of 90 years, are still good solid foundations. So we've always asked the city, why are you demolishing properties that are actually stable and have sound foundations when you can invite individuals to acquire these properties? So with this forfeiture remedy that the city is offering, we will be introducing this process to you, the community, to you, the public, next Thursday. And as always, you are invited to call our office, visit us by way of our monthly meetings. But next Thursday, we invite you to stop by 5820 West Chicago Avenue at 7 p.m. You can always call our office, 773-261-5890. And the meeting will start promptly at 7 p.m. and we will be given instructions, be given information on how you can participate in acquiring some of these forfeiture properties that the city of Chicago will make available to the public. There is a process, as I stated. There's over 2,000, almost 2,000 properties, and this list is on the city's website. It's been out since April the 4th. And these properties are in, as I stated, in the building courts to be demolished. There's over 450 parcels of land in the 24th Ward, which is your Lawndale community. The 27th Ward, which is your Midwest. That's Alderman, I can't think of that alderman's name, shame on me, Walter Burnett's area. The 28th Ward is Alderman, I'm looking at his face right now, I apologize, Jason Irving. And then the 29th Ward is the Austin community. Over 450 units of properties are available just in these 4 wards alone. And the others trickle out throughout the south side, as well as all of the other wards within the city of Chicago. So once again, this meeting's June 2nd at 7 p.m. at our office, and you will need to call our office, so let us know that you can or will be attending because seating is limited. We will be discussing the forfeiture process. It is open to all qualified applicants, so there is an application that you'll have to go through. It's for private citizens as well as developers and contractors. There is a cost to obtaining a property through this forfeiture process. The cost is really the expense of the delinquent taxes. That's the lien that's on the properties, the delinquent taxes, plus the cost of rehabbing, or if the property needs to be demolished and you feel that the land is valuable and you want to demolish the land, the cost of demolishing the building. And then you have to be able to bring the property up to Chicago's building code, which means that you'll have to get a certificate of occupancy at the end. So, this is open to anyone who has interest. We will have a thorough forum workshop next Thursday, and we invite you, our community stakeholders, to participate. And once again, I'm going to give you our number again. 773-261-5890 is our office number. Leave your name and your number, and let us know that you're interested in attending the workshop at 5820 West Chicago Avenue next Thursday at 7 p.m. So we look to see you then. With home ownership, or with the idea or the concept of buying real estate, we have to learn many avenues of this process. People will say, well, I need someone to take me through the process. And those are the individuals that we will introduce you to some next week. The state of Illinois, the city of Chicago, is getting ready to, is involved in a community agreement with a new bank, Huntington Bank, and it was just announced earlier this week, Monday of this week. A few of our local organizations got together with Huntington Bankshares, and Huntington Bankshares is a bank that is merging with Merit First Bank. They plan to bring to Chicago beginning in 2017. They have a community development plan, and they are looking to start or are set to begin in 2017, bringing products and services, including mortgages and small business lending, to the low and moderate income communities. They will have brick and mortar in some of our communities. They're looking to build at least 10 new locations, and we know that they've stated at least 2 of these branches will be in the city of Chicago. This is a $16.1 billion community development plan, and it was announced this past Monday. $5.7 billion of this over a 5-year period will go toward making mortgages, home loans, to people of low and moderate incomes. $6.6 billion of this will go to small business lending to low and moderate income areas in Chicago. And $3.7 billion will go to community development lending and investment targeting affordable housing access and community-based loan funds. Then an additional $25 million of this will be grants and through a philanthropy targeting housing and small business credit service access. So a lot is happening in 2017. We do believe that with this forfeiture access to real estate in Chicago, this may come to pair with what your goals and objectives are as it relates to real estate. So we invite you out once again next Thursday at 7 p.m. at our office location, 5820 West Chicago Avenue. So if you look to attend, please call the number 773-261-5890 and leave us your name and your contact information, letting us know that you have an interest in attending this program. But for this evening right now, feel free. 312-738-1060 is the call-in number. Call with your questions or comments. We invite you, we welcome you. Your live engagement is always, your interaction is always invited. So another thing that speaks to the future of what we're doing and what we would like to assist you with as far as building assets, building your future, building a financial wall for yourself. We are working with the NAACP, that is. We're working with our local organizations, and we look to host some workshops in the near future that will assist individuals, whether you're an investor, first-time home buyer, just getting started, a millennial that needs questions and answers. And we want to assist with preparing individuals to set goals, put you on a path to set goals, how to set a plan for the future, how to save for the future. Many times people will say, well, I'm saving, but I'm not saving enough. If you set goals, pretty much your savings will follow suit with how much is needed. And also at the end of all of that, to help you build your assets, build your reserves. So we call that financial capability. It's a new term that's out there right now, financial capability. It's really based on knowledge and skills and access to manage your financial resources effectively. What we do in financial capabilities, we call it, we add to it financial coaching. We don't guide you, we let you guide yourself. We're a coach, sort of like a mentor, encouraging you to stay on a right path to meet your goals and your objectives. So we will be looking forward to having the local organization match up with us, the Westside branch NAACP, to bring those resources to you within our many communities. Many times within financial capabilities, the services that are a part of that are financial education. You would be surprised how many people will say, I have a savings account, I have a retirement account, I have a checking account, I have life insurance policies, I have all of these things working for me in goodwill, but I don't really understand what I have or if I need more. Financial education will help you through that, walk you through that maze of financial financial deals that can work for you. Financial coaching, as I said, is pretty much like having a mentor to walk you through the process. Financial counseling, that's the one-on-one where you're actually given assistance and directions, concrete directions, and which way to drive yourself through a path, or you're helped with creating a pathway to your success. And then there's credit counseling. The one thing that we all have a fear of is this unknown credit score. For some reason, I've asked many of people when we first see them at sessions, what's your credit score? And we'd hear comments like, I don't know, I haven't seen it in a long time, or I'm a little intimidated by what it will show me. Credit counseling really opens that door, breaks that silence of the unknown by having you access your credit and then helping you analyze your credit to see what's there. If there's any inaccuracies, to show you a pathway to bringing that score up. And then we also talk about access to safe and affordable financial products, which we talked about this $16 billion that's coming to Chicago. You want to be prepared to participate in any opportunities that should come your way. So if you start working today, if you start working this year on your goals and objectives, come next year, you will be set to participate in any products that come new to the city of Chicago by way of Huntington's Bank shares. So we want you to be able to access that. And then each service addresses a different aspect of financial capability. It's just creating a knowledge base and giving you the skills and the tools to be whole, to be knowledgeable of how to be successful in life if, building wealth is part of that. So we want to be able to assist you, our community members, our stakeholders, with empowering yourself to be prepared. But once again, next week, on the 2nd of June, we will have the Forfeiture workshop, and we really want you to come out and learn about that. Over 450 pieces of real estate. We know that the opportunity should come to you if you prepare yourself sooner as well as later. So the financial capability is a way for you to get prepared to be able to access the products that are coming out from that $16 billion in 2017, but also maybe set you up, if you're not ready today, to get you ready for tomorrow to be able to acquire some of these properties that the city of Chicago is holding that are sitting in many of our communities that create the blightness and just the ugliness of our communities. So we want you to really participate in that. And then I wanted to bring you some information from some other resources that we have tapped into. But I'm going to show you a brief page of the listings of how these properties are shown on the City of Chicago's webpage. It starts with the parcel number, and like I said, there's roughly about 41 listings here per page. They are listed by the wards. You see, this is Ward, the 24th Ward. They show the addresses, the zip codes. They also show the PIN number, but at the tail end of this column here, it shows how long the City of Chicago has actually had this piece of property in the buildings court. So case in point, this last one here says 2/19/2014. And some of these properties the City of Chicago has been after since 2012 or has been holding in court since 2012 and 2013. So there's a huge list waiting for you to be a part of revitalizing the City of Chicago. There's no reason why you should miss this opportunity. And that, as they were talking on the previous show, everything's about economic development. And who should be the better bearers of building not only just wealth, but rebuilding our communities other than the people who live there now. So we want to help you get there. And we're hoping that by the information that we bring to you starting next week, you will get yourself prepared to participate in the works of rebuilding our many communities. Some other things that I've pulled up through just doing research and putting all things under one umbrella. Congress, when I go through Congress's website trying to bring news and see what's affecting us and our communities as a whole, Congress, Maxine Waters, the Congresswoman from California, is introducing a bill, and I know that this will possibly help you out a great deal, introducing a bill in reference to the Consumer Credit Reporting Reform Act. That's what she's calling it, Comprehensive Consumer Credit Reporting Reform Act of 2016. And she's looking to have an overhaul of the American credit reporting system so that it's fairer, more accurate, and less confusing for consumers. This is great news here. This is a piece of legislation that Congresswoman Maxine Waters discussed in 2014, but we're hoping to bring some more light and fire to it this year. She states that over 200 million adults have credit files, and for that many to have credit files and many to not even look at it to see if it's correct or accurate, if it reflects who they are, especially if that's how you're being looked at, that's your character when people want to do business with you, then there's something wrong with that. But she wants to get rid of it and not get rid of the credit itself, but to make it more fair, make sure that it's producing more accurate information and that it's less confusing to you, the consumer. She also talks about many things that this bill will do as far as the credit report. It'll help generate credit scores and give victims who have been saddled with poor credit scores because of predatory and unfair practices the chance for a fresh start. So these are just some of the things that we, the NAACP Chicago Westside branch, are following. We research, and we want to make sure that we're bringing true information to you, or information that you can use on a regular basis, something that affects your everyday life, because we know the credit score is it creates a huge impact on people moving forward. You pretty much can't do anything without someone looking at your credit report. And if that score is there and it depicts a bad score, you pretty much are eliminated from a lot of asset building, wealth building opportunities. So we'll touch bases, go over this some more. We'll let you know when the workshops are forthcoming. We should start them in the month of June and continue through August as well as September before the kids go back to school. So with that, let's see what else I have. Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America all have lending products right now with down payments of 3% down. That was a good piece of news today. They're all jumping on the bandwagon to help get more people into home ownership. 3% down is what they're offering to their product of an FHA or a federal-backed mortgage loan. So we've covered a lot. I just want to continue to be a resource to you, the community. Invite you out next week. Once again, call our office, 261-5890. The meeting's next Thursday, the 2nd of June at 7 p.m. at 5820 West Chicago Avenue. So call the office and schedule your seat, so that you can participate and hear this good news. And with that, we're going to thank you all for all of those that didn't get the opportunity to call. Not, we're back here next Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Have your questions and comments ready, or feel free to call the office if you have any questions or concerns. I'm Phyllis Logan, your host, and I look forward to us seeing each other again next Thursday. Have a good evening and enjoy the weather outside. Thank you.